they put us in the car. Now, I don't know if they put me in the car with Boniface because we are blindfolded. So they drive. The drive became too long, and I said, but from the police station, we took about 30 minutes. This is an hour. So I thought maybe they've decided, because I had seen that the lady had my bag that I had left at police. So I think that maybe they have come to take us direct to the airport. The journey became long and long and long and long, and I kept thinking, where are they taking us? By the time I got a chance to lift my blindfold without them noticing to see time on the car, it was 8 p.m. The journey that we had started at 10. So I hadn't realized Boniface wasn't there. I thought maybe Boniface is too badly off. He's not, he's a chatty guy, he's friendly, and he's someone who doesn't get angry for long. So he would already be talking to them. So I called him to ask him if behind my sweater is there. And they say, he's not here. And I said, where is he? He said, we have taken him somewhere else. Oh my God, now that's worse. First, you are now alone. Even if he was not helpful, he was as helpless as you. Yeah, but second, you don't know what they've done with him. So you have your anguish, So they stop somewhere, and for a while, they buy food. But now they start to care about my injuries. They even give me painkillers. They say, how are your feet? They were not stepping. They were swollen. So I hadn't, because I couldn't see. So I hadn't seen how swollen they were until I tried to wear these shoes. My foot couldn't enter at all. And I had no other shoes to wear. I think the shoes I had in my bag were high heels, which was worse. They couldn't also fit anyway. So I walk on foot and enter the car, and I was in the car the whole time, blindfolded. So now after we stop there, they ask me what food I want to eat. They had given us tea the other side at the spot where they tortured us from. So they ask me what food I want to eat. I say whatever is there. They say chips or whatever. They bring food. They were also eating, I think, for the first time. So after an hour of a break, they drive again, and for another 6 hours, because I think we got to where now they took me alone towards 2 a.m. So me all along, because I'm blindfolded, I'm thinking they decided to use the road to take me home. But you know how big Tanzania is. We hadn't even reached anywhere in those about 15 hours. Yeah, so they put me in a room. By the time we get there, I had realized they are worried about my injuries. So I had realized that they won't inflict any more pain. I wasn't now worried about pain. I had thought they want the injuries to heal before they let me go. That's what it looked like, because they were giving me painkillers all the time. So they give me a small mattress to sleep, and I sleep. It was so cold. I think one of the captors from the car brought me a jumper to wear it and sleep. There was nothing to cover you. So I sleep thinking that maybe we have slept closer to the border and tomorrow they will take me to the border. By that time, I don't know if my passport is back from the police. The police had held on to our passports. So in the morning, the lady wakes me up to take a shower at 6 a.m. and I'm thinking I'm taking a shower to go home. They keep me again in that car room for the whole day. And now I refuse to eat. I tell them I'm not interested in eating. I want to go home. If there's a case you are accusing me of, if there's any punishment you want to do it, but let us get it over with, and I go home. So I refuse to eat because I had realized that they care about how you go out looking. I refuse completely. Now one of them turns himself into a nice guy and lies that he's from there. At first I didn't know. I got to know when they put me back in the car yesterday. That's when I got to know that he was one of them. So he comes, begs me, we have done everything we can, you are going home, we are only waiting for your passport from Dar es Salaam. So now I realize, yeah, that makes sense. I can't live without my passport. If it is coming, let me be calm. But also Dar es Salaam, if it is the same journey of 15 hours, that means I'm still here. Now that was on Wednesday. So yesterday, Thursday, I wake up, I still refuse to eat. And I say, if we are going today, don't worry. I will not die in 2 days. I'll eat at home. That guy who was now playing nice keeps saying, they are almost here. Don't stress yourself. For us, we intervened and said, these are human beings. You can't treat visitors like this. The image of TZ. Long story short, I think at around 4 or 5, the car comes. And they blindfold me. The lady, before she comes to pick me up. But I've spent most of the last 4 days blindfolded. Like 90% of it, they were opening when I was going to eat, and then, or when I have take medicine. Yeah, so they put me in the car and drive again. It was still a long journey. We started it at around 5. I'm blindfolded all through. They are threatening me. If you say what has happened, you will see what will happen to you. And I just keep saying, okay. So we drive for another, must have been like 9-10 hours. They get me out of the car after telling me again that, threatening me that if I say anything, what has happened in Tanzania stays in Tanzania. I say, but you mean what has happened on my body? Because I wouldn't mind what is happening in Tanzania if my rights haven't been violated, if I haven't been tortured for no reason. I said, I've told you, you will see what will happen to you. So they get me out of the car and they say, yeah, get out, you are home. That's when they remove the blindfold, and I am thinking, I am home where? I don't know where I am. They said, yeah, Mutukula border is ahead. Just walk. I am limping. I have no money. I have no phone. So I tell them, but how am I going to go home? I from here. They say, you figure it out. They turn around the car. So I start walking, and they had left me more than 2 kilometers from the border itself. Do you know what time it was? I asked the border that rescued me what time it was, and he phoned me after walking a short distance. I was limping. The border guy said it was 2:42 a.m. So they throw me there. I am walking, but it is night. Yeah, it is scary, but you are thinking, I am better off here in a scary night, bushy, middle of nowhere, than in the car with killers. The anguish of spending all that time that I spent in the car with them. I am not even seeing anything. So as I'm walking, I see a border passing. I call it. This is now taking your chances. Whether that border is another criminal, you don't know. The guy comes back, but he was a nice guy. He is a Tanzanian. Now he almost made me forget that this whole time in that chain of events I've told you, I didn't meet a sensible or good person. No. So this guy, speaking in English with difficulty, says, where are you coming from? Where did you come from? I said, someone dropped me here. Some people had kidnapped me. They dropped me here. Please take me to the border. He said, yes, I will help you. I sit on the border. He takes me. I had never been to Mutukula border. He shows me the side of TZ for immigration. I go there. The guy took so long looking into my passport. There's even where he said, you've overstayed. I'm thinking, what do you mean overstayed in TZ? Like, we have no visa for TZ. But I was so disoriented, so tired. So, like, you can imagine, you haven't eaten, you haven't slept, but all those are things you're not feeling. You're just thinking about what is your family going through, not knowing where you are. All this time, I asked that they just allow me make one phone call. That was refused from the time they were detaining us. So I get there, I just want to go, and the guy is asking things I don't know. I just keep quiet. It's later when he gives me back my passport that I saw it is stamped on the day we are detained at CPS that departure in 2 days by your own means. So they detain us they deport us in our absence when they have our passports. So he takes pictures of whatever he was taking. I didn't even want to know. I just want to get out. I get my passport. This guy is waiting for me, the young man, the border guy, shows me to the Ugandan side. Ugandan side had no one at customs. I go back to the security officer that had told me about, showed me where it is, and I tell him there's no one there, but I ask him to give me a phone, and I make a phone call. I had only one number in my head, and that was my sister's here. So I kept thinking, if it is not on or she doesn't pick, I'm finished. I have no money, I have nothing. So that security officer tells me to go to there's a police just after immigration on the Ugandan side. I go to that police post. There were 2 policemen sleeping, but one wakes up as soon as I enter, and I ask him to help me make a phone call. And he does. I call my sister. I was calling her to send me money so that I get away to come. Surprisingly, I call her, and she hears me on the phone. She wails, and she says, "We are in Lukaya." Now I'm wondering, how did they come? Yeah, she said, "You wait for us there. We are in Lukaya, but if you need to go to hospital, tell that person to take you to the hospital." In the meantime, they had seen Boniface yesterday. Now I didn't know Boniface had arrived. I was thinking, where is he? How is he? Yeah, so I sit there. This was the longest wait ever. I think this was 3 a.m. They get to me at around 6. And yeah, and that's when I realized that the nightmare is, well, not over. The trauma stays on, but the immediate danger is over. So yeah, you just got here when we were getting here, because now that's when I started to feel things I didn't feel, like hunger, like exhaustion. So I told them I need to eat something, and from Masaka we came. Yes, so much. Like I don't believe in people getting away with that impunity. I didn't tell you what I need for you to capture. What shocks me in Tanzania, and we've seen impunity here, and kidnaps and torture, but that you are in an office, a public office, with public officials who picked you at your hotel, where they left other people that they told they are going to question you. They move you to another public institution, police, and a police officer calls thugs to pick you from his custody. He's the one accountable for you. He's the one responsible for you. Calls thugs to pick you up and blindfold you and go and torture you. We have not yet reached there. And me, I think that I was really in my heart laughing at them when they were threatening me not to say something. For me, my desire to get justice, either for me or for other people, supersedes any fear. Because at least if you're warning me before you did what you've done to me, but you've already done your worst, what more will you do? But also, why should we let people abuse power to that level, abuse people's rights to that level, violate us to that level? So yeah, I'm going to just rest. I need to go to the hospital and get medical examination. After that, the good thing is there's time to put that together. I am going to definitely do that. I wanted to show you some of the marks that they failed to